children.
Hey, everybody. It's just me for right now. Hopefully, Diane will get on. I don't know where the hell she is. Diane, where are you? And we're going to be talking about some of the things that have been going on. I think you're going to enjoy some of the things that are going on. Cool. Diane is here. All right. I'm going to add her to the stage. Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
I don't know why you're not on the stage.
I don't know.
There you go.
Just takes a minute.
It just takes a minute.
So many computers running in here. Crap, I might have to turn a couple things off.
Damn, I tell you, you're just a mess.
I know. It's just the way it is. So, yeah, I'm trying to fill out this application at the same time as we get ready for this. What's new in the world? We got so much going on here. I don't even know where to start.
Well, I'll tell you what's new in the world is I don't understand my computer sometimes, and I've got a computer that for some reason it's not uploading my current those PowerPoints where I show, things on the screen and we get to talk about stuff. I'm sorry. I'm totally caught off guard here because it just normally pops right up and there's no problem with it. And for some reason, it's not the one that's being downloaded, but yet it's the one that's in the file. It's the most baffling thing I've ever seen. And so I don't know what I'm going to do about that, except I'm going to try to download it again, I guess, and see if we can do something else. Let me see.
I don't have
I think I see what the problem is.
I left it at the headquarters, and now I can't find anything.
What'd you do?
I left my stick for my phone, the stand for my phone at the headquarters.
Yeah. Did you see where Ed Deal was able to get those signatures in today?
He did. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was in a horse-drawn carriage. I knew that was coming, but I didn't know they were going to dress up as Santa Claus. I mean, that was just over the top and so cool.
The Clydesdales. Those are beautiful horses. That's if it wasn't a 4.5 hour plus drive, I might cruise up there. I might have cruised up there today, but there was no way.
But it's too
9
far,
hours, 10 hours. No, I'm done.
Yeah.
So, hey, Stocks Family Farm says, good evening, y'all. And Ashley, of course. Hey, hello, Ashley from
Ashley, how you doing?
And let's see. He says Tina Kotek saying she wants to overhaul education. They already have us at 46th in the country in literacy. And yeah, I don't know what she means by overhaul it. How much lower can you go? I guess 50th. Since we have 102% of the people in Coos County who can register to vote, maybe we can get lower than 0 as far or higher than 50 as far as the lowest scores, the worst scores in the country. Maybe we'll be 55 out of 50 states. We'll be 55 states. That's how much we suck.
Bad our math is that we now become 55 out of 50.
Yeah, that's how bad our math is.
That's okay.
That's where we're going.
That's where we're going, and I can.
That's where we're going.
That way, I really can. I'm just very disappointed with everything that's going on in the state right now. The money that they're missing here, there, and everywhere, and the idea that they can tax us to absolute death and make all of our businesses leave, and somehow things are going to get better. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It that way.
Yeah. Did you see my show from, I want to go back to the schools for a second because it kind of relates to a show I did about political signs being stolen. Did you see that one?
I didn't. Tell me the story.
So the ladies who were on the show, one was Lori, and I can never pronounce her last name, so I won't butcher it, and Elizabeth uh, Taylor, not the actress, of course, the Elizabeth Taylor. And so she was running for office, and someone stole her signs, and she put a little tag in it and what is it, an RFD chip in there. And so they were able to find out who did it, and it was a employee of the school. And she, of course, they were in the union supporters. And so we're going to find out on the 19th what happens to them. But the important thing was that these ladies are in education in Colorado. And Colorado, they were talking about how shitty the education is in Colorado. And I'm thinking, ladies, I wish we were as bad as I wish we were as good as
We're as
Colorado.
good as Colorado out here.
Yeah, we're sitting
Scary.
and going, oh man, you guys actually do test scores? Oh wow, I don't know. But
You
yeah,
know,
it's sad when you're
I
looking
don't
at
come
a
from
bottom of the road
Oregon. My
state and
children
you're
didn't
worse.
go to school here. My daughter went to school here, but my older two sons did not. And there's a significant difference in her education and my son's education. I mean, just basics. She has English and she can do any language, but when it comes to math and science, no, no. That's just not part of the thing. It wasn't part of what she learned here, and it's quite missing in her life now. But she's really smart, so she'll pick up everything she needs to pick up. And who
That,
needs algebra? I haven't used it in my entire life.
I want to get to something right away that I was going to wait for because I wanted to talk about the signatures that were turned in. But James McHenry is already jumping to a subject that we are going to cover later. And I want to go ahead and add this to the stage. And right now, and we're going to talk about this more, but right now I want to show people we're going to be discussing this a little bit further down the road because I want to get to those petition signatures. I think that's very important. But this Coos County Turning Point event that's happening here in our little county is just badass. This is cool. We are doing a 3-day event and people are very excited about it. The tickets are already on sale. They're already selling. And if you want to get your tickets, I recommend you scan this right there. I'm going to leave this up for a few minutes, Diane, and let
Okay.
people scan it. I'm going to take down James' comment so people can see that and get a good scan of that. And you too can buy a ticket to our event. And why don't you tell them what this part of, don't go into anything else, just tell them what this part of the event is about.
Well, we are at a wonderful, wonderful time in Coos County. We have the opportunity to have two fundamentally world-class speakers come in to the Egyptian theater. Nolan Cromley worked in the Oregon legislature, and he, during high school, was at risk for being homeless and used drugs and had a lot of things going against him. And he's one of those success stories. And here in Coos County, we really need some success stories about people that maybe have gone down the wrong road to turn things around, and now they're very successful. I personally know business owners here that have done that, and they're doing very well. And we have youth that are really at risk. So this is what we need to show. We need to show a turning point of success to our youth. And we actually have the general manager of Turning Point's West Coast offices joining us, Lincoln, and I can never say his name right. It's Castorez, I believe, and he is a magnificent speaker. You and I had a chance to listen to him at the gathering of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And it was nice to see that there were younger people who were getting involved in other different organizations that are starting to pop up as Turning Point has over the years, but this Club America, what's the difference between Turning Point and Club America? Is there any difference? Do you know?
Okay, so I didn't know a lot about Turning Point. I didn't understand that it's a student-based organization and that adults aren't involved in it. They generally use students um, as mentors, and the students become involved if they want to, and they are offered the information. It's there for them. And it's growing like wildfire. People really, really like it, and it's working. Um, they had high school divisions and they have college divisions. Well, after Charlie's death, the outpouring of funding and the outpouring of need from adults, in addition to the students that he touched their lives, they
Right.
started Club America, and that is for everyone to come and discuss. What is the turning point in our country? What do we need to do to help our youth? What should we do as citizens, business owners? They have a lot of advice and we have a lot of questions. So we can ask questions. They'll have a question and answer period during the presentation. So it's a wonderful opportunity for those of us in Coos County who are aware of what they do to learn more.
And with Turning Point, as you said, they are organizers and they are organizing for this organization, of course, Turning Point and Club America. And they're
Right.
going after the younger demographics who seem to be craving knowledge. They seem to be craving morality, a moral compass, Christianity, religion, something in their life other than what they got now, because it's all artificial, it's fake, it's on the internet, and nothing's real. It's almost like we're living a life in the matrix, and a lot of these kids don't want to live in the matrix. They want to get out and do different things with their life, such as build businesses, such as create all kinds of different things that they can make a living off of, because capitalism works, and if you're good at something, you can make money doing that. And
Right.
this is what they're trying to teach you. And it's great because organizing is the hardest damn thing to do in any realm of politics. Organizing is a pain in the ass because it's easier with the commies, because the commies share one brain. They're just morons. It's easy for the commies. You just got to promise them everything, and they're idiots. They believe you and come along. But
Right.
the Republicans, conservatives, libertarians, independent thinkers, it's like herding cats. You know what I mean? They want to go this way. They're everywhere, and so it's really hard to get people together. So maybe the next generation, they'll find a way to organize in a way that's not a collective based, but based on the individual choosing to get together and do what they want to grow society in the image that they want to see, a pure, better society that's not littered with drunks and druggies and crime. And this is happening right here in Coos County, this little rural county. And if people aren't paying attention, it's coming to your neighborhood. I don't know where you live, but I can tell you right now, if it's not there, it's coming to your neighborhood. I fled New Mexico 20 years ago to come here, and it's here, and it's getting worse. And this type of thing, Turning Point, going after a younger demographic who is craving knowledge, who's craving something, anything but what they're getting offered today, this is the place to go. And if you're a
Oh,
parent, you need to scan this, and you need to take your kid there, and you need to show them, because there are people who, the guy you were just talking about, he's the youngest representative in the Oregon House, isn't he? One of the
how about
youngest elected.
he's not working for them anymore because he's on national tours with Turning Point. We are blessed to have the best of the best coming to Coos County from Turning Point. And this is one of the very first events that Club America has held. So we're also, on the radar nationally. Uh, Coos County can do great things, and we can do great things, and we can bring people in with
with different perspectives. And I think that's what we need here. We need light and we need opportunity for our youth. We have given them here, it's okay to live in a tent and get stoned all the time. Let's give you a free phone. You don't have to do anything, just live out in the wild. That's not a future that anyone craves. We need to provide them a better opportunity. And that only happens by giving them a perspective. And Turning Point can do that. We plan to have more events than this, right, Rob?
We absolutely plan to have more events. Now, Stock's Family Farm, he's the gentleman who cleverly goes out there every Saturday and films the loons on the left who sit out on the boardwalk with those crazy signs. I love those crazy signs. They're so entertaining. I love how they entertain us that way. And I don't go out there because I don't want to get mobbed by these people, and I support their right to protest. If they want to protest, please protest away. But he says the comment here, he makes the comment here, we need to be on the streets every other Saturday like they do. And I'm just pretty much done myself with protests, rallies, flag waves, all of that. This is where I want to go, helping people get organized, getting the party organized and ready to go. And if people want to do rallies, I'd be more than happy to show up, but I have done my fair share of rallies and it gets old after a while. And unless I'm very inspired, the last one I was really inspired to go to was the vigil. It wasn't a rally, it was a vigil the night Charlie Kirk got killed.
Right, right. I wasn't in town that day. I have to mention something because a dear friend of mine owns Shark Bites, Brian,
Mhm.
and those protests about the King's protests are costing him a lot of money.
They're not
And
just
he
costing him
doesn't.
everyone. All of the people on the street. I've heard two or three of the business owners complain, or said that two or three secondhand
Yeah.
that a couple of the business owners are complaining about that.
Well, even if they'd stop in after and buy something from him, that'd be better. But they're deterring business from coming into his restaurant, and that's not fair. That's not cool. And for what? I mean, okay, so you hate Trump. Okay, we know, but is there anything that you're for that could help anyone? I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, come on, guys, come up with something that is actually a value that can make a difference that's in a good way for our county. Um, so anyway, this is our attempt, and I think it's going to be wonderful. And then, do you want to talk about what's after the next day?
Nope. I want to get back to the petition. We talked about what I wanted to cover, and I wanted that up
Okay.
there just long enough. And this is why I want people to sign in when they sign in to see this. So let's do this the first part, because then people are clicking this and going there and buying their tickets. I'm sure they are. Jeremy Miller said sad day, nice vigil that night. And I agree, Jeremy, it was a very sad day, and it was wonderful to see all those people to come out. And thank you for joining us. And James McHenry says sounds like they are doing economic boycotts. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't switch that. James says sounds like they are doing economic boycotts. Yes, James, that's exactly what they're doing. So I want to remove this from the stage and get back to what happened today at the Secretary of State's office.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more what you know, and so I can get back to where this happened.
Okay. So, it's not just the actual total number that has been collected on these petitions, but it's a number that has been graded and is actually finished that we feel all the signatures can pass. There aren't any that are illegible, and everything looks good. And so today they got Clydesdale and
a sleigh, and they grabbed Santa Claus and they delivered all the petitions to the Secretary of State's office. Now, I can't remember, was it 190,000?
It was, let me read this to you, because this was the statement that was put out on stopthegastax.com. Said over 193,000 signatures were submitted on the referendum petition to stop Kotek's 4.3 billion gas tax wage tax bill. This far exceeds the 79,000 needed to qualify for the ballot, although validation remains the next step. They were submitted by a horse-drawn carriage, Santa Claus, and petitions in holiday gift-wrapped boxes. I love it. I love it. Having crossed the legal limit of submitted signatures means that the elections office will begin verifying the numbers, which can take weeks. Until then, the campaign plans to continue to collect and submit more signatures as they come into the campaign. So, folks, you can still sign the petition at the headquarters right there at the Newmark Plaza, right next to McDonald's. Under the sign that says Century 21. Well, that's now the Republican headquarters, and you can go in there and sign the petition to stop the gas tax, because we're still collecting them. I've got about 10, 15 sheets right now that I needed to turn in, and they said, don't worry about it. We're going to keep collecting them, so turn them in so we have a huge buffer. And I said, okay, we'll do that.
And don't forget, we still have the no tolls tax. We've got to stop the tolls now, and we also have the stop vote by mail. Let's get all of those in as fast as we can. And everybody that hasn't been to the new Republican headquarters, come on down, check it out, take a look.
Right now we are going from Monday through Thursday 2 to 6, except that I wasn't there this Thursday. I had something come up that was kind of important, and so I took care of that, and I apologize to anyone who tried to show up and sign the petition. It happens. I would ask you, once again, people out there, we're trying to do our best, so I apologize, so give us a little bit of leeway, because we have been doing incredible. We have gathered 4,000 or 5,000 signatures with all the petitions that we have been gathering signatures for. And it's not easy to sit there over and over and over again to talk to a couple of thousand people. You know what I mean?
No. And you've been a volunteer all summer long. You've done this. And before the stop the gas tax, you and Marty were taking care of it. So it's not easy. And the people that are at the headquarters are all volunteers. No one's getting paid. Everyone's a volunteer. So if it's closed, it's because we had something we had to do. And that's really important. And we haven't done it before. We're going to make some mistakes as we do things, and my phone is about dead. So sorry, as I'm not looking very good on camera there. Sorry. Okay, guys.
I know you're kind of bouncing around, but that's all right. I wanted to show, I was showing on the screen, I was showing Ed Deal, and then I was showing Bruce Starr, Senator Bruce Starr, and that's Jason Williams from Oregon Watchdog. He's a tax watchdog group, and I've worked associated with him on several different petitions. I've only met this man maybe once or twice in the last, I don't know how many years I've been working with him. But we have worked on a lot of petitions together that he has sent me, and he knows that I go out and get those signatures. I'm a diehard, and we get a lot of those people out there to get those signatures. He knows I have a network. We have a network built up with what we're doing, Diane, and it's really cool, because over the years, once you get that machine cranked up, we're a little rusty, but man, when it gets going, we're impressive. We're freaking impressive. Look what we did. Right. And what makes me mad is that we should be doing this on every single good petition. And vote by mail, it should be one and done. We should all be working on this, get it done, get it out of here. I have so many people coming in going, oh, I didn't hear. What? Go back to old time voting where we show up in person, prove citizenship? I'm in. And I
Right.
don't know how many people, because I haven't counted the sheets for that petition yet. And I hope Michaela is watching, because we've got a pile of end vote by mail petitions to turn
Yes.
in. I can't wait to go see her. I think I'm going to make a special trip just to go see her in Roseburg, because this is really cool. We got a lot of petition signatures here. And so this man right here, over the years, I don't know how many petitions we've gone through. Too many to count, but it's the system that we're using, and we wouldn't have to use it if it wasn't broken. And it's
Well,
broken because it's rigged. You know why it's rigged? It's too many the dirty voter rolls and the vote by mail. It's all rigged, man. Go ahead,
that's the
Diane. I'm
most
sorry.
important petition that there is. The stop the gas tax, super important. Everybody gets the
Right.
show. But the fact of the matter is, the most important petition is the end vote by mail. Absolutely the most important.
And if you want to go and sign the petition, you can go to endvotebymail.com or endvbm.com. That's endvbm.com. And you can go there, download a single sheet petition and sign it and send it in. And I hope all of you are still working on this. This is very important, like Diana said. We've got to end this system. And I know it's just ridiculous when people say, well, you do realize you're using a corrupt vote by mail system to end vote by mail. And it's like, yeah, I know. The irony isn't lost on me. But
But
I'm hoping that the feds will see that there's a good portion of the populace here, as I've seen coming into the headquarters and signing this petition. I would hope the feds would see that, and maybe they would vote for a law to make it a federal law that you have to be in person and show ID to vote in any federal election, because they can't control the local elections, but they can make a rule about federal elections saying that we have to be there at the polling place. And that's why I think this is, like you said, one of the most important. And who knows, even the Republicans can get lucky once in a while. I just don't see it happening with this if it goes on the ballot, but I think it's a great thing to do, because I think more people than people think do not support vote by mail. What do you think?
I think that it's much more popular than people think, because people do believe
Yeah.
that there's right corruption here. We know it. It stinks. It stinks a lot. You can't have the Democrat Party take over when you have mail in ballots and never lose for 30 years. That
Yeah.
doesn't work. Okay.
Nope.
So that itself is enough to say the whole system's rigged, throw it out and do it the way that we used to do it. And also the results, waiting and backfilling ballots for a week after the election is just ridiculous. We've got to get away from that. We can't allow that kind of corruption.
So Jeremy says that we can beat VBM if we have enough of the independent vote as well. And we had Democrats coming into the headquarters. We had one lady come in. She was a Democrat, and her husband wouldn't sign the petition, but she was there to sign the petition. And he was a good husband. I mean, this guy was a great husband. He wins Husband of the Year. He stood there
Yeah.
and patiently waited for his wife to sign the petitions. And that's how bad so many people think the system is. And
Yeah.
we will have a lot of non-affiliated voters who are tired of the party system, the two-party system, and then vote by mail. It props up a disproportionate power system where the two-party system gets to rule the roost, and it's really not right. And we don't get much choice in elections, but this is going to help us break a lot of those monopolies in those parties, and it's going to help us break the monopoly at the legislature and in the governor's office. If we can do that, as well as get rid of the dirty voter rolls. There's some dirty voter,
Filthy,
102%. How
filthy.
do we do that, Diane? How do we do it?
Can't do it. It's cheating, cheating, cheating. And you know what you do when you find cheating? You take the people out of the powers that are in the power and get rid of them. That's what
Yeah,
you have to do. And you don't stop. You don't just say, oh, well, I can't do anything. No, you remove the officials in charge. If they are obviously cheating, which they are, come on, you
which they
can't get
are.
anything else. We have to just get mad. And it's time. It's time. Oregon is completely corrupt, and we know it.
And the Democrats know it. They came in
They know
and
it.
they were telling us it was corrupt. It's like,
We're
well,
not
how much more do we need to see?
good. That's why we need to join up. You know, let's just be Americans and let's make things good again. We don't have to have the Soros playbook to get along. We just don't. And I
No,
don't think most Democrats agree with that either. I mean, realistically, they would rather have maybe a larger government, but they're not looking for socialism as a choice. You know, we all remember Russia. We we learned that history lesson, didn't we?
yeah.
No, this is not a
Joe Sixpack, Diane says, in Oregon, they grant driver's license to illegals, and then the illegals are able to vote. And that has been proven true with the ones they have already found on the dirty, the nasty, dusty, corrupted voter rolls in Oregon. They're
well,
nasty. They're disgusting. They're disease ridden, Diane. Don't touch the voter rolls. If you see one, don't touch them. You need gloves.
you do. You
You
do.
do.
And who's done this? The employees at the DMV have allowed this to happen. Is that what the motive was? Without birth certificates and proper identification, they've issued driver's
Yeah.
license
Yeah.
to illegal aliens. Where are
But,
the where is the law here? I mean, isn't that against the law? Isn't that a federal offense?
yeah.
Aiding an illegal immigrant by giving them a driver's license and or
And,
benefit
and
from our
allowing them to vote. And allowing
is
them to vote.
treason. And allowing them to vote is treason. We do not aid foreign people. This is our country. We adhere to our laws. So
Oh,
no.
yeah. Yeah, completely. And people, going back to the end vote by mail, let me take this back because I'm going to talk about it for a second here again. But going back to end vote by mail, people go, well, Rob, why would you waste your time? And it's very simple, folks. I can't do the things I want to do to the government because of the things they're doing to us, the way they overtax us, they overregulate us, they put a fee on everything we do in life now. Nothing's free, nothing's just accessible to the public anymore. And they say, oh, we're all about the people. No, BS. You're just doing horrible things to us. And I want to get rid of this government. And I can't do it the way I'd really like to do it, but I have to do it through the legal bounds. And the only way I can stick a finger and Tina Kotek's eye is to get enough end vote by mail signatures to put it on the ballot, to get enough people to vote for it, to say, F you. I just want a little, I don't care if we win or not. I just want a little F you, Tina Kotek. All of us out here, we're not just totally freaking stupid. We know you're cheating, and F you. And Gail,
Hard
you'll
to
notice I
watch
didn't use the F word.
It was really
But what, Diane? What?
I say it's been really hard to watch it. It's been hard to watch all the lawsuits that have not been allowed to go to court, to watch all of the people try to change this vote by mail and try to go
Yeah.
up against a corrupt system that won't even allow you to take it to a trial. I mean, come on, guys. If it weren't corrupt, you wouldn't have to have everything in the dark. That's how it works when it's corrupt. You
That's
don't go
how
to
it
trial.
works.
Yeah.
So this is the next one that's connected to both of these, because this is how we got this bad law. Once again, we have corrupt elections, we get corrupt officials, and they pass laws where the legislature back in 2017 said, oh, we don't want the voters to have authority over tolling. We don't want them to have any any authority over tolling because we're not going to think it's a tax. We don't want to call it a tax. We're going to call it tolling. And it's not, it's a tax. And or in Oregon, voters should be able to decide over
All that,
taxes, all
all
over taxes. Right. And so we lost that power in 2017. And then when they passed the gas tax bill that we just filed the referendum on, in
Yeah.
that bill, it allows ODOT to toll any highway anywhere, anytime they want. And nobody's talking about that. And that's still in the bill. And that's why this is just as important as the end the vote by mail petition. We need the vote before tolls passed, and then we need the end vote by mail or vice versa. But we need both of these to go through. We need both of them on the ballot for a huge
Right.
F you, Tina. F you. We don't want your tolls. We don't want your trolls. Just stay the hell off the highway.
You know, you look at this and you look at the North Bend Bridge. What would this do to our citizens who live in Lakeside or Reedsport, who go to work or go to school in Coos Bay? This is nuts. We don't want Chicago here. We don't want tolls, and we don't want our tourists to go through that. We want them to enjoy open roads, easy access, and you know, every one of her taxes this year is just pure insanity. Is it that she's sending the money overseas as fast as she gets it? Because
No,
we don't.
she's spending it on the union. She's spending it on her special interest. She's spending it on all the DEI crowd. Last week, I read it on the show. On my show, I talked about ODOT having a program where they're paying people to attend public meetings. You know, all the public meetings you and I attend? Well, they're going to pay people, and you got to go through this process of qualifying for being paid for this program. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go qualify for it. I should dig it up. I'll try to find that.
We'll go qualify for it.
We'll go qualify for it. But that's the kind of crap they're spending money on, because the president and the president's administration is shutting down the spigot. They're turning off the spigot, and they're cutting everything that's going to the leftists. And it's not like they're stopping spending themselves. Donald Trump spends a lot of money, and his administration spends a lot of money. And we'll do that in another show. But the thing is that he's stopping the left from getting that money, and they've been getting that money for a long time, and it's been needing to be done. And I'm glad somebody's doing it. And now we need to get the money, not to go back to the right, not to go back to the politicians, but to go back to us, the people. And let's get rid of some of these fees. You know, if Oregon got rid of, I would say, half of all their taxes, the engine of capitalism would be roaring in this state, and you would see people wanting to be here, wanting to thrive. But you would have to have standards. You would have to be enforcing the law, and you would have to be educating children, not finding new ways not to educate them. You know, it's sad. It's very sad.
No, I mean, wait a second. If you want to attract a good workforce, help families, you don't legalize every drug in the world and say, come on down. Because people with children who want to be successful do not necessarily look for a place to go to raise their kids where every drug is available on the street corner and homelessness thrives on every level.
It's not homelessness.
Other states, people look at this and go, Oregon's a pretty place, but no, absolutely not. That's what my friends say.
We've got plenty of people who are truly homeless. And there are a lot of people who right now are on the border. They are on the economic cliff. And there's some of them who are going to fall off that economic cliff because they're in huge amounts of debt. They owe a lot of money. They're on a fixed incomes. And they are to a point where there's just nothing left for them to do, and they may lose their houses.
Yeah.
Wow,
that was weird.
Can you hear
What
me?
did you do, Diane? Yeah, I can.
Nothing. I did nothing.
Oh, they're coming to you. They're coming to get you, man. They went completely black. Is it black in your side?
No, I can see you and I can see me. I don't know what to do here. It says I'm in the show. I can see me.
Wow. Maybe you should sign out and sign back in. There you go. So she's going to sign out real quick and she's going to sign back in. Joe Sixpack says leftists specialize in destroying pretty places. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's not the legalization of drugs. That contributes to people's actions. And then if we allow people to act out the way they're acting out and not enforce laws, this is what we get. It's nuts. And you can't allow people to steal. You can't allow people to rob. And if we continue this, it's going to destroy this very pretty place. Hey, you're back.
Hey, I'm back. And you're talking about allowing people to steal. Let's talk about not Big Lots. That's gone now. They used to
Yeah.
not stop anybody that was shoplifting. And I believe that this was a law that was given by Kotek. Is that correct? Or was it Brown?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
What are we talking about? Why would we ever want to say to people not to prosecute thieves? We are a nation of laws. We can't have that kind of stuff.
And it's only going to continue to get worse. It's only going to continue to. Did you hit recording?
I did not. No, I'm charging my phone and I've got my hand on the table and I might have touched the record button. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. So you want people to become PCPs, don't you?
Yeah, I want people to become PCPs because
Why?
end vote by mail will not work unless people are willing to go to the polls. And we need poll workers at those polls, and those workers will have to come from the precinct committee persons within the two major parties. And that's because the law allows the two major parties to have access, or supposed to have access, to the clerk's office. And so we need people to get involved at the precinct level, number one, because the party needs to get people elected to office, and you need to decide who those candidates are going to be. Are they going to be conservative, or are they going to be a bunch of moderate leftist Republicans? It's up to you. It's not up to me. It's up to everyone who becomes a PCP and joins the party and becomes a member and gets involved. It's pretty damn simple.
Right.
And so we need people to do this, because polling is where they get, or the PCPs are where they're going to get people for those polling places. And we need volunteers, and hopefully people who maybe not even in a major party will volunteer for the polling place. But to get back to that, we need to build up the party, and it's a way to keep the party in check.
Right. Right. Yes, and becoming a PCP is easy. You only have to get 3 votes. You can be elected, or hopefully Michael Brainerd, the chair of the Republican Party, will go ahead and start admitting PCPs so that we can start doing our job and making a better Republican Party. I look forward to that happening.
I look forward to that happening too. So I'm glad we were here to cover what happened in Salem today. And I'm supposed to have Ed Deal on in the future to talk about this whole referendum, because now we're in the whole other stage. We're going to have to start the campaign to get people to start putting up signs, going to meetings, talking about voting against this and stuff, because we want to kill it. We want to kill it at the ballot box. It's no
Right.
good if we don't do anything. And
Right.
so that's another reason to become a precinct committee person. But it's also a good reason for getting involved with this, because we're going to need people involved to, like I said, they have so much money and they have our money, which is sad. They use our money against us. And now we're going to have to pay for our campaign to fight against this when it gets on the ballot. And by the way, Diane, everyone's worried.
Yeah.
They're really worried about what's the Secretary of State's going to do and how they're going to find a way to kill this referendum. And I got news for you. This is going to be on the ballot. We have too many signatures. There's no way they're going to deny it.
It can't be denied. It simply can't. You're absolutely right, Rob. There are some things that can happen and other things just can't. We've done it. Oregon stood up and said, no, we're not going to do this. And now we just have to teach them how to vote, because remember when we had the vote about the wind turbines where they had to vote no to or vote yes to say no? Believe me, it will be that way. You know, it's going to be that way. So we're going to have to explain, you know, how everything comes out. But I'm honored to have an opportunity to do that. On the original phone call, there were over 7,000 people on the line with that deal. That was an incredible, energetic phone call to have that many people pushing in the same direction. I think that it shows that more and more people are getting involved and more people want things changed. And I think Salem better start listening. It's not okay. And they got to stop the stupid and they got to stop it right away. We've simply had enough.
And we can't sit around and get into, we need to stop the infighting with the Republican Party. We need and do what we just need to do, no matter what people are saying. Oh, we can't do this petition. We can't do that petition. It's just so complicated. And it's like, are you kidding me? It's so easy to put those petitions out on different tables and have people come in a line and sign those petitions in a row. I just did it. You just did it, Diane. And absolutely, there are people out there in the Republican Party who are afraid to do this stuff because they are strategizing over, well, if we do this petition, it might cause this to happen. It might cause that to happen. And it's like, shut up. Shut up. If you agree with the petition, sign the petition. Don't sit there and deny working for something because you don't think the strategy is right in time. And that's part of the problem. We got Republicans out there who are worried that if end vote by mail got on the same race with the governor, we would lose the governor's race. And I don't know where they're coming up with this idea, but it's crazy thoughts. And I don't know. I think we just need to work for our principles. And if we believe in this stuff, we need to do it. And that's why we need people involved. And one way is to go to the Coos Counties Turning Point event right here. That's a beautiful poster, isn't it?
That's really nice. I like it a lot. Chris Castle made that for us. Yes, that's one of his creations. Yeah,
I thought that was. He's good. He's good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And you know, the whole deal is so exciting. They said they'd bring a bunch of swag down too. So those that attend the event will have an opportunity to buy a Turning Point, probably Club America shirt or Freedom shirt.
Yeah.
Right there from the manufacturer. So that's kind of a cool thing too. I'm looking forward to buying.
And for anyone who thinks they're going to come down there and be a disruptor, we will have security and you will be removed. We will not hesitate to remove you. People do not want to be dealing with this nonsense. And we will have the police there to arrest you. Well, I don't know if they'll do anything, but yeah, we'll have the police there to arrest you because we will press charges. And so you can't. And so anyone who's thinking of this, and I'm going to go into why I'm mentioning that. Anyone who's thinking of disrupting this event, don't, because it's not a good look for you folks on the left here in Coos County. We've got a lot of good people coming here, a lot of influential people coming here to speak at this event, and it should be respected. We're doing this in the spirit of Charlie Kirk, a man who just lost his life for practicing freedom of speech, and that's all we are doing. Right, Diane? You're not doing anything crazy in there, are you? I don't know. Maybe
I am not doing anything crazy.
I think that the youth need to have this opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to meet these influential leaders and to have the opportunity to become influential leaders. And Turning Point offers that for youth. So there are a lot of good things that can come from having Turning Point chapters in our county. And it's up to the youth whether or not they want to have them, because they're not for me, they're not for Rob or for anybody else that's an adult. We can have Club America instead. And I am going to definitely become a part of their chapter. And Rob and I will definitely be a part of that, because we want to hold more events and we want to do more with Turning Point and have them support. We want to support them and the activities that they're involved with. We want to know about.
So let's talk about the poster itself. When I saw the poster a couple of editions ago, Dave Brown was on there, and I know Dave Brown will probably be speaking for a few minutes, but he's, but we're still thinking of a mystery guest, and I want to explain to people why we
Rob, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, you pushed.
I'm going to have to go back out again.
Okay. Why don't you do that? She pushed recording again and somehow she got out of there. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Let's see. Let me get back to comments. So Jeremy says, ooh, a mystery speaker. So Jeremy, the thing is that there are a couple of people who are pretty popular here in the county, here in the area, or in the state that may or may not be able to come here because of travel plans. And if their travel plans are conflicting with this schedule that we have set out on that Thursday, January 29th, then we are not going to be able to have that person. And so we're just calling it a mystery speaker. But for all parts, for all intents and purposes, it may, we don't know who we're going to end up with as a mystery speaker, but I do know that we will have other speakers, and one of them will be Dave Brown, who is a former school board member of the Newburgh School Board. And he fought on his belief, and I'll let him tell his story at the event, but he fought for his rights, or what he thought was the rights of his students. And what can I say? I'll let him tell the story, but it's a really good story about a school board member standing up to the woke agenda. And let me bring Diane back here. Diane, can you hear me? And you keep pushing the record button, I think. Can you hear me? Diane. Hello. I'm going to remove her. So this is a good event to go to on Thursday. And on Wednesday, we're going to have a private dinner. And I'm not going to give too many details about that because we had looked at several restaurants, and wow, you would not believe people who are afraid to rent out to a political organization. And let me see if I can get Diane back here. Diane, are you with us?
Hey, I'm with you. We have the technology from one device to another. We can make it. Sorry about that. My phone's going through an upgrade or something. So it keeps cycling out. I apologize for ruining your show, Rob.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to kick you out here. Bloop. All right. Now you're back in with this one. And there you are. Actually, that's nicer. That's much nicer.
Thank you.
And
okay.
And so
what about the mystery speaker, Rob? What did you say while I was gone? Did you tell everybody?
Well, I told everybody that there are several people who are potential speakers for that night. And because at the end of January, their schedule may conflict with that date, we don't know who we're going to have, but we know we're going to get somebody to fill that spot. And there were several potential people, and now some of those people have realized that they're not going to be able to come and speak. So that's why we have a mystery speaker. But I was telling them that we have a couple of other speakers who are just going to be, there to be backup speakers for the main speakers and tell their stories. It's you want to fill up plenty of time for these folks, so that they feel like they're actually hearing stuff that's is really important. I think
Yeah.
Dave Brown has a good story. He was a school board member in Newburgh, and he stood up for his students there, and he paid the price. So he'll talk about that when we see him. But that's.
I love what Dave says about what am I doing to make things better personally. And, when people think about that, what are you doing personally to make things better in Coos County? Are you making any contribution towards anything being better? If you are, wonderful. But if you're not, do you need some inspiration to do things in a different way? Maybe this is a good idea. So I'm so excited about the opportunity to listen to Club America and Turning Point speakers. I think it's a wonderful opportunity.
So I moved on to the private dinner beforehand, and I was telling people we're not giving out any information of where that's going to be and how that's going to be done, because we have a list of guests that want to show up for that private dinner, and they're going to get a chance to talk with both of these a couple of these people who are coming to the Egyptian event. And so because we don't want to get anyone in trouble, we've already or overwhelm any restaurants, because there's some restaurants who can't handle 100 people, and there's some businesses who don't want to take political groups. We are going to have to kind of keep it on the down low, and when we get a chance, we will probably have another QR code for that event and another poster. Isn't that true?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Okay.
But that is a private party, and
Yep.
We will be handing out those invitations. And what the other thing that's happening? Are we ready to talk about the other thing that's happening yet?
Yes, please.
Okay, so on Friday, it's all about community. We are online, and I know a lot of people that have met me after they've seen me online, and they come up and talk to me. I'd really like to talk to you in person. We're going to sponsor a dance at the North Bend Community Center, and we're bringing in a country western band. And this is a 18 and over event. Turning Point is for youth, and Club America is for adults. But the dance is basically for Coos County residents. We will ask you if you want to give a donation at the door, you can. We will have food trucks available, and some very slight refreshments will be available for sale inside. And it's just a time when we can eat together, we can dance together, we can meet each other. And
it should be a good time, because we got Brandon Hart coming out. I just talked to him was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I think, boy, this week has been wild, And so he's excited to come down here to Coos County and be able to meet new people out here and play his music. He does a wonderful job, but there was no way we were going to be able to allow people 18 or under to show up to that show, because it's country western songs, and they've got a few racy lines, and it's okay for people who are 18 and over. We want that crowd as well. And the reason we want them is because, well, not you, Diane, you're forever young, but for some of us, we're getting up there. We're decrepitating as I sit here. It's sad. We need replacements. We need new people. And if we don't get those people, who's going to be here to be the bulwark against the leftist crazy agenda that's coming out there? And I can guarantee you what's happening now, if we can hold long enough, if we can hold up against it, it always comes in waves. And if we can keep this next cresting wave down and back, and recruit another good couple of generations, new people, we'll be doing all right. We'll be doing all right.
We
So
need
this
more generals. We really do. And you know, it's super exciting because you and I know that in the last few months, there have been counties that have reached out to us and want to join us and want to help us. And we want to help other counties, and we want to do more and more of these type of events and bring in bigger names. And when this type of a movement starts, you can't stop it. You just can't. It makes a big, big difference. And we need hope and prosperity in Oregon. We can't afford not to have hope and prosperity. The time is now.
I totally agree with you. The theater has been threatened, and I don't normally like to put this up here, but I think this guy has crossed the line. Are you going to have a problem with this? It's that we talk about Sal Carruthers.
I have an idea of what we should do about Sal Carruthers. I think we should go to the sheriff and ask him if we put up a Facebook GoFundMe and get enough money for him to extradite Sal Carruthers back to wherever he came from. Maybe we could get rid of him. I'm sick of him.
We already offered it.
I mean, he's such a downer to this area. I just
what a
wish
sick
that we had some way. He knows nothing about Turning Point. He knows absolutely nothing about the speakers, their backgrounds, or anything. He probably has more in common with the speakers than he realizes. But he's going to try to get people to go down and put chalk art on the Egyptian.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's trying to get them to put chalk art. He's a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass man. And he's doing these childish things, acting in a childish way. He's got his hands on AI so he can write, he can write very well, but it's not very good. It's the way I should put that. It's, you know what I mean? It's grammatically correct. It's just not correct. And so I'm going to go through that. This is him writing about the Egyptian theater. And then he says this Turning Point USA rolling into Coos Bay isn't just another event on the calendar. It's a direct challenge to the values that hold this community together: equality, safety, inclusion, and basic human dignity. And I'm surprised to use the word equality. Usually they use the word equity. But that right there. There are certain phrases in there that shows that is a AI generated paragraph. I'm going to continue. It says their organizers openly work to embed themselves in high schools, divide students, and target LGBTQIA youth and anyone who supports them. Once they establish a foothold, the damage is real and lasting. We've seen it in other communities, and we're not about to watch it happen here because they don't want our kind, Diane. They don't want our kind.
Those Soros-sponsored warming centers, where they'll tell you that you maybe want to change your sex, they're good. We want those. We want all that. And go ahead and let our clerk take money from Facebook. But we can't possibly want to have Turning Point come in here that may help some of the drug addicted youth and put them on the road to graduating from high school or something like that. That'd be difficult. I have no respect for this human being, and
let me continue because ridiculous. It goes on and it gets. This is where they use language to dog whistle to their supporters, to dog whistle to people when they hear this phrase. And listen to this. This is another one of those neat messages. This is simple. It's existential. It's a existential threat time. People, act accordingly. Show up, speak out, contact the Egyptian theater, make your voice impossible to ignore. Coos Bay doesn't have to accept extremism, but we do. have to answer it. And I don't want anyone to contact the Egyptian. There's a number
Heavens,
on
no.
the poster that you can call, and they will take your message.
Yeah.
Don't call the Egyptian, please.
Egyptian
Even if
is
support us.
charging us to rent the theater. Okay. So you don't need to talk to the Egyptian. It's simply a business arrangement that they have with us. They have nothing to do with Turning Point coming here. And as far as existential threat time, are you
I think there's supposed to be an and.
Sal? A bit of a drama queen, I say.
But isn't there that's wrong grammatically. It's supposed to be it's an existential threat time. It's an existential existential threat time. Okay, I'm reading it wrong. That's me. It's existential threat time. People act accordingly. Okay, I got to remember how Sal talks.
Exactly.
I wasn't getting the way it is.
The screen. It can't make sense. Just go ahead with the screen.
Okay. Sorry. And then it says, look at this. Turning Point USA arrived in the Coos Bay area is more than a passing controversy. It's an existential threat to anyone in the community who believes in equality. Oh, that's the same crap you experienced. But look at the picture. Look at this picture, Diane.
Oh, there you go. That's a bunch of Republicans, isn't it? Right there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's exactly what everybody does. Boy, isn't he the biggest? You know, I'm over him. I just think that there's nothing good about that person. And it's hard to have a citizen in our community like that. That's all there is to it.
And then you have his supporters. You're going to love this. Let's see. What's this person's name? He says Petty Smith. I guess that's this person's name. We didn't kill enough Nazis. What does that mean? That they're going to have to kill more?
I don't know.
They're going to come and kill us? Are they going to kill us, Diane? I don't know. Are they going to Charlie Kirk us all over the place?
Did I become a Nazi somehow between yesterday and today? Yeah.
These people are sick. These people are sick. And that, you know, I use that phrase, they're going to Charlie Kirk you, because I've heard so many leftists use it, and it's very degrading. It's repugnant. But that's the things they are saying about people like you and me. And look at Mary Cooper. She says, stamp them out immediately in the name of inclusion. You can't make this.
That's how inclusion works, Mary Cooper. Can you look up that word? Do you know what that word means, Mary Cooper?
No.
Jesus.
Stamp them out immediately in the name
of inclusion. You have to remove people. Because I looked at that,
Oh.
That picture scared me. So I wrote down a sentence. Don't know a thing about the organization. Don't know a thing about the speakers. But I've got, I can type.
Stamp them out because we want to include them. Wait a minute. How can you be inclusive? I mean, the only one who's included are the people who would be stamping us out, and we would be included in the stampees.
Did you notice on this how many followers he has?
No, how many?
800 and some. I've got more followers on my personal page than he's got in the Bay Area post, because he is ridiculous and repugnant. Absolutely.
Well, I don't report anybody because I don't care. People, they'll say what they want to say and they'll find ways of saying it. So I want everyone to know I have never reported Sal or any of his cronies. I've never reported, but this is pushing the line. And this whole Mary Cooper, wow, you are a whole new level of stupid. Wow, that is
probably
out immediately in the name of inclusion. Yeah, that's beautiful. But I hope people are seeing this. These people are alive and well and living. I don't know if they live in Coos County, but I imagine they live in the state or the area. But the funniest one of all was the last one by Jesse Williamson, and I love this. He says, existential threats around every corner these days, eh? Nazi, fascist, racist, Christian, anyone who disagrees must be exhausting being so scared all the time. Think it might be time to unplug and unpussify yourselves.
Here, Jesse. There you go. I want to be your friend.
Bless you, Jesse. Bless you.
Let's give her 2 points right now. Jesse Williamson. Right on.
Oh man.
And Mary
that's
Sal
funny.
Cooper. Get a life. Get a life.
And James is right. He says he sure does love to use riot inciting language.
Yeah.
I hope the police see this. I mean,
does.
I mean, I don't.
His following of 3 are dwindling down between Petey and Mary. I don't know.
Petey.
You know, Petey, have you ever done anything good? How about Mary?
Oh,
Mary,
I love
have
Petey.
you ever organized anything good in the name of inclusion?
In the name of inclusion, let's kill them all.
People.
Wow. These people, I don't know where they, yeah.
Yeah,
but
just too far. Absolutely
it just goes too
far.
far.
But anyway, they are welcome. I will talk to them. If they would like to speak to me in a normal way, they're welcome to come to the dance, because it's a community dance. And that's what we want. You know, it's not about whether or not we're Democrats or we're Republicans. We're Americans. Why don't we talk to each other? You know, you want to have inclusion? Well, I'm asking you to have inclusion in a nice dance where everybody can get together, eat, dance, and speak to each other in a community way.
So we're going to have a answer. We're going to have a question and answer section of the speech for Nolan. He's going to have a place where he can answer questions, and he does it very well. Obviously, he speaks better than I do. And so people can show up if they don't agree with us. We don't care. We just don't want you to be disruptive. We don't want you to fly your banners and your flags. We're not going to allow that. This is our event, and we want to be able to have a nice event and enjoy it, and we're not going to allow anyone to disrupt it. But if you want to come and speak and talk into the microphone and tell us why you're doing what you're doing, just the same way Charlie Kirk used to do. Remember how he would always ask people questions? And I know we could handle it just perfectly fine. Nolan's there. I'm there. You're there. We could do this just fine. We could sit there and talk with them about anything they want to talk about. And if someone wants to show up and do that, that's perfectly fine. I can't stop
what it's all about.
It's
about information.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about just saying this is the only way. We find the answers together. You know, when someone has a different perspective than we do, we can learn from other people, and it's okay to do that. We don't have just one sight pattern, and we can't afford to have just one way of looking at things. We have to look at things from different perspectives. And this is an event where we have an opportunity to use some strategic thinking and talk to each other. And excellent communication and listening skills are required. And if the attendees can understand that that's what we're here for, if you're afraid of what Turning Point stands for, it's okay. Just say why. Explain why you're afraid or what you think they stand for, and they'll tell you what they do stand for. And then it's up to you to either accept it and move on, one or the other. But don't always fight about things you don't know anything about first. Find out more and then make a judgment call. And here's an opportunity to do just that.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And I want to read this from Steve Nye. Steve, glad you're watching.
Hi, Steve.
I should have had Steve on here. That's who I should have had on the show.
Okay.
No, with us, Diane, with us. Not as
opposed
to you being here.
I should have had Steve. I could have had a V8. There you go.
Get the hell off of here. I'm going to get Steve. He's obviously got time. Yeah, no. I meant he should have came on with us. I should have had Steve on here as well, because he's been putting in a lot of work on this event, and I have to give you kudos, sir. Bravo. You've done a great job. When people see this, I hope people realize that Steve and Diane and a lot of people, Chris Castleman has put in a lot of time. Danessa, yeah, and all of them, Daria, just incredible amount of time. Carol Yardley. Wow, we have a good
Gail
crew.
and
Gail.
Amy.
Gail and Amy and Doug and
Listen, we don't
yeah,
do things alone around here. We have good teammates, and
yeah,
it's not possible for us to do all the things that we do without very skilled friends. And
right.
man, I love the people we work with. They couldn't be more special. And each and every one of them has skills on their own, and they all care about Coos County, the people of Coos County, and making things better. And I'm honored to work with them.
I was humbled at the people we knew to invite for the private dinner. It was cool. It was like, we really know some pretty influential and very cool people who have done incredible things in their life, and it's going to be neat to have a dinner with some, well, very interesting, incredible people. And so I'll just sit there and shut up and listen, because that's the best thing you can do when you're surrounded by others who have actually achieved.
This year, 2025, has been quite a year.
Yeah.
And going straight into 2026 with this opportunity to have Turning Point here, it's amazing. We've had some wins along the way. We're having some losses right now with the wind turbines and what's happened in the 9th District Courts. And we need to remember that we're in this together. And let's figure out a way to stop things that are ridiculous, stop the stupid that's going on in Oregon, and get the things we want going in the right direction. Let's get this economy going again. We've got to do it. We've got to shop local, make things work.
So of course Sal is watching. He threatens you, Diane, in a post. Of course he threatens you, Diane.
Threatening an old woman is not an attractive look on a man, Sal. I just might pass that on. Threatening people is not okay. If you would like to learn how to be civilized, that would be nice. I cannot help you. Your behavior is beyond reproach.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mess with Diane. Not that she's going to hurt you physically, but she can give you a verbal lashing like you will not believe, and you'll be like, "Oh, mommy," and you'll run away, and it'll be funny, and all the adults in the room would laugh. And so I recommend you stay the hell away from people who, well, can demolish you mentally. You are a midget. You are a tiny man, and it's very sad that you have to go after people to get attention for yourself. And the only reason we're bringing this up is because if something does happen because of your rhetoric or because of something you do, I want the public to know who is behind this. And I want the public to know that not only you, Sal, I know who else is behind this. It's the people who are encouraging you in the Democrat Party, the local Democrat Party. That's why they got you to rescind.
Okay, those who pay.
That's why they got him to rescind his PCP application, and because they knew he does better at this kind of crap, at threatening people, at intimidating people, after going after private businesses. They knew that he's good at that, and the Democrats unleashed him because they didn't want him tied to the Democrat Party, much like Antifa. They don't want Antifa tied to the Democrats either. Well, Sal's the same thing. And so he's a pawn. He's a pawn for the Democrat Party. And I want people to know that, you know, if he was a good person or if he was a decent person, they would allow him as a precinct committee person. And if he really had any backbone and moral fiber, he would fight for being a PCP in the party because he is a registered Democrat. And the fact that both of those things happen tells me that the party has low character, and Sal is a putz because he's a moron.
It's just too bad that we have to tolerate his lack of etiquette and good party behavior. You know, people can throw events that don't have anything to do with you, Sal. You don't have to go. And no one is going to be affected if they don't want to go to that event by having that event.
Yeah.
It's not for you. Okay. It's not going to affect any children you have because you don't have any, and it won't affect your boyfriend. So feel glad, feel comfortable, do your deal. And if you want to come down and talk and have good party behavior, anytime, Sal, come on down.
You're more than welcome.
Talk about
Sal,
it.
if you were
more than anything,
person,
your graphic ability is interesting. You're quite talented, but your brain doesn't hook up with the talent. Unfortunately, I owned an advertising agency for years, and I would have hired someone that had the artistic ability that Sal has. But his brain is diseased when it comes to subject matter. And he can't seem to figure it out, that he's not appealing to the average person who would like to have their family have a reasonable existence. That's the truth, Sal. So clean up your behavior, because everyone's been watching you for quite some time, and we're disgusted by you. Your behavior is not welcome in Coos County, Sal. You probably need to go home. Okay? Just an idea.
Just an idea. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, and he called me James McHenry. Look, I'm not James McHenry, Sal. I go by my own name.
Oh, wait. Jeremy Miller says he said, you should be scared, Diane. He's going to crush you. He's going to go, ew, ew, ew. You remember
Sal,
Kids in the Hall?
Why would you attack an old woman because she tells you to have good manners? That in itself tells me you maybe need therapy. You don't attack old women because they say you need to have better manners. You get a clue.
Phil Taylor says, I tuned in at the wrong time. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's Phil has you know, anyone who's in public office has to take people's emails, and so he gets the luxury of getting Sal's emails. There's a couple of people who get Sal's emails. He has a relationship with several of the politicians, and they have to act like, you know, they're interested in talking to him, and most of them, especially Benetti. And I've seen some of his conversations with Sal, and it's so funny how he has this, you know, it's like you're talking to the crazy lady. You know what I mean? You're talking to the crazy bag lady at the park. You know what I mean? Who doesn't, it's just the aliens. I need more tin foil to keep the aliens from sucking out my brain. It's just about as that convoluted when you talk to Sal.
I feel sorry for the man, but I'm over him. He's just a defective brain, and what he's doing around here is not so good.
Yeah, he's threatened
lawsuits. How many against you, Rob? How many?
Gosh, I don't know, but I'm still waiting. I've had a lot. I think I've got a who's who of people. You know, I've got David Brock Smith threatened to sue me, and I think it was the Marcia, the lady who ran for the college board. She's protecting a pedo by keeping the the administration guy there. Yeah, from what I heard, he's gotten a raise or something. He got a promotion. I
It just makes me sick every time I think about it. What the hell? Somebody's going to sue big time. I'm waiting for, somebody to come in, a big time attorney, and the college will be closed. It's over.
So I saw somewhere on Facebook a gentleman that I know here in Bandon who went to the meeting for Banding Could Do Better or BS Bandit. I can't remember the name that these people have come up with, but it's the union. And I don't know what they were complaining for. I know that a couple of months ago they were rumbling about they need raises, they need more money. It's unions. We need more money. We need more money. We haven't robbed enough from you guys, so please give us more. And so he went to a meeting, and from what I heard, there was a teacher there who either, I don't know if he still works there or did work there, but he was accused of sexual improprieties at Bandon. And so now I'm going to have to find out who this pervert is, because, gee gosh, my granddaughter's going to be going to school soon here in Bandon. And of course,
find that out. These kind of things have to be followed up immediately. You can't have this going on.
You can't have this going on. So now I'm terrified. I'm wondering who's the pervo, who's the chomo that they've hired in my damn school, and I'm gonna have to go there and raise hell. And of course they're gonna, oh, Mr. Taylor, you're not inclusive enough.
I'm sorry to laugh, but you got to read that comment from Phil Taylor.
Yeah. If I'll not defend Sal, but I've had more constructive conversations with him than Michael Brainerd. And yes, I think I have had more constructive conversations through texting. Yeah, I would agree with that.
That hit the nail on the head.
The Egyptian. And
don't call the Egyptian.
They have nothing to do with it. There's a number on the poster.
Call the phone number. Talk to us. We'll tell you.
So let me see if I can get that up there. Where is that? Oh boy, there's all the threats and shit. There's the poster. Let me add this to the stage. And Jill, if you're watching, we love you. We truly wish that the world wasn't the way it was. It shouldn't be this way. We're good people. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not gonna, and she knows this. And she has to worry about the board and the reputation of the theater. And it's like, we're not bad people, we swear, because you start to worry because you hear so much of the propaganda, the crap that Sal puts out and others put out. And so this is a good thing. We're Turning Point. We're coming here with Turning Point. They're good people. They're good Christians. They're preaching the Christian philosophy. And I think
our country was founded and it remains founded on Judeo-Christian values.
Yeah.
You take that away and the Constitution does not work.
No.
So it's a history lesson as much as anything. And it's always nice to have the opportunity to speak and learn from people that are smarter than we are.
So at the bottom of
that have enabled them to do great things. And isn't this a wonderful opportunity for us to do just that?
I think so. I can't wait to hear Nolan Crombie. I mean, this is going to be good. But at the very bottom of this, if you can see this screen, it says, for more info, call 541-652-8411. Once again, that's 541-652-8411, and you can leave a message. And we are encouraging anyone, if you feel threatened by our presence, please call that number and let us know. If you got complaints, if you got congratulations, give us a call at that number. Don't call the Egyptian. Don't bother them. Call this number, because we're the ones who are doing the event. Wouldn't you say, Diane?
I would think that would be the best thing to do. And if you're angry or you have questions, I think the most important thing is, first of all, let's talk about it. Why are you scared? Why don't you want it? And let's see if maybe there's a way that we can give you more information and kind of quell your fears. And hopefully it's going to be sold out. We've had people request tickets all the way from Lynn County down, people in Lane County have called for tickets, and we know we have guests coming up from Curry County to this event and from Douglas County as well. People that I'm quite honored to call my friends, as you were mentioning, Rob. We're very, very lucky to have the group that we have, and I hope that we're able to bring more groups like this in. If it's successful, we will, and I hope that people in Coos County want this type of event to happen.
And well, here, I got a few more comments. James McHenry says, Phil Taylor, that looks bad on Michael Brainerd. Yeah, very bad on Michael Brainerd, but that's pretty sad. James says, I'm pretty sure Sal is banned from the Egyptian theater. Wouldn't that be funny, Diane?
It is. It's true. It's true. Jill mentioned that his poor behavior in the past has make it so that he's not welcome. So
I don't think I'm banned from anywhere.
Not this week. Haven't been banned from the grocery store or anything, as far as I know. And I don't intend to be. I don't want to be 86 from anywhere. I want to be able to go there and not have anybody get mad or anything.
Yep.
It's kind of a goal I have.
Kind of the goal. So we're kind of running out of steam here because I need to go. I am exhausted. I'm sure you're exhausted. We've been working really hard on this.
It's been a busy week. Yeah.
It's been a busy week, and I want to encourage everyone. This is one of my sponsors, 3H Tree Service. You can see them at 541-294-1800. See them? No, you can call them. You can call them at 541-294-1800. See, Diane? It's getting too damn late.
You're tired. And can I give a shout out to Amy Colton? I'll tell you what, she took a lot of heat on Facebook from a lot of haters, and she was on the inside. She knew everything was happening with Turning Point. So all you haters, guess what? You were wrong. Amy was right. Yep. There you go.
Kick ass, Amy. And she's one of those people who I have high hopes for. I think this community can use people like Amy to get out there and get on one of these city councils or commissions and take care of business. That's what we need to do. So, Jeremy's 3H Tree Service. He says 3H. There he is, Jeremy Miller, 3H Tree Service. Yeah, they rock. In fact, oh look, we've got holiday stuff. I was going to show you that earlier. We got holiday stuff. So, if you got those Christmas trees, but if you got those trees that you need to be taken out because they're a liability, 3H Tree Service can do that. And 3H Tree Service can come out to your house, your property, cut them down with surgical precision, remove them like nobody's business, and leave you with a beautiful view. I've seen them do it several times. I was looking for the video and I got stuck in that damn Christmas thing. That Christmas thing is crazy. Let me see if I can find the video of 3H. And that was 3H Tree Service doing what they do best. And that must be a rush to go up there all that way and take down those trees. That's cool. Very cool. 541-294-1800. And of course, your friends and mine, Shanna and Tim. I need to get over there and say hi to Shanna and Tim, see how they're doing.
Great people.
Yeah. Hey, I want to look at these comments. Jeremy Miller says 3H. Okay, I got that one. Stephen I says, I like her, and he's talking about Amy Colton because Amy Colton says, thanks, guys. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for sticking with us because, well, we're a little crazy, and some people might think, wow, I can't believe anyone would stick around with those people. They're crazy. And you kind of have to be in politics. I just want you to know you have to be not the bad crazy, you know, the kind of crazy where you dress up like your mother and you go out and you stab people. Not that psycho crazy, but the good crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's hard to get all the moving parts and pieces going when you do events and big plans like this. It's really, really hard. And there's haters out there for no matter what you do, it's right. Whether you're trying your very hardest, somebody's going to tell you you've done something wrong. And get thick skins. I don't know what to say. It just happens. And after a while, you just say there are Sal Carruthers in the world, and you want them to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and it's funny. I haven't seen anyone else go out and counter protest the leftists who have been out doing that No Kings rally. I wouldn't, because once again, I support their right to protest if that's what they want to do, as long as it's being done peacefully. But they're out there now, and it's starting to hurt business. And I think they're just overdoing it, and I think people are going to start getting upset with that. You know, just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should do it to the point of nauseum, to the point where it's hurting people. So just my opinion.
Well, even if they move it to another location so that it doesn't hurt the businesses that are right there, like they have been for months on end, you know, just move it down a little bit. I mean, I don't care when you protest, go ahead and protest, stand in the rain. I don't care. But move
because
down
there's nowhere to park.
That you've been really deterring them having a chance to be in business. Move for a little while. Just be fair.
So that's probably, you know, when people at that time, people are going to be out wanting lunch, and then all those cars are parked up and down the southbound lane and possibly on the northbound lane. If it's a big rally, blocking those parking spots from legitimate customers being able to go to those businesses up and down the street. It's not just Shark Bites. You got that antique store. You've got the Suman's restaurant. You know what I mean? All of those places suffer because they're out there. We do rallies maybe once in a while. You guys, man, you're making
once a month, and then we go to Shark Bites and eat. You know, I mean, if when you're finished, you go to those local restaurants that you're impeding the customers from getting to and eat. That's one thing, you know, at least support them if you're going to go down there and protest in front of them, give them some business while you're there.
Yeah, they could use it, and you could be showing that support for local business. You come into an area, because we know a lot of these protesters are coming in from outside the area, and you're coming into the city, congesting the city, and keeping people, legitimate shoppers and legitimate restaurant goers, from being able to do that because of your, you know, incessant need to be out there and have your sign seen. And you're keeping people from being able to do business. And small businesses, they live on Saturdays. You know what I mean? How much money are they losing at this point? And so you people, you're inconsiderate, and you need to just do it maybe once a month. You know, I don't know, but just I thought it was every week. Someone said it was every other week. I don't know, because I'm not down there, because I want to avoid it. And that's the reason they're not getting customers, is because everyone else wants to avoid it. You guys are a bunch of jerks with your stupid signs, and we don't care. We really don't care. And it's not because we don't support your right to protest. It's just you're being jerks. So stop it. The small businesses need to thrive. And Tom and Gig, there's a small business, and you can get them at 541-888-4660. I could see Shanna and Tim sitting at home watching this going, oh, wow, that was the wildest Tom and Gigs commercial I have ever seen.
Tom and Gigs have the most wonderful hobby shop in Southern Oregon. They carry all kinds of different RC cars. I really, really like the store. They have everything. And they have Tannerite, one of my favorite things. They're very good. They work on your car. You can trust them. This is a store you can trust. These people are great. I really like Tommy Gigs.
And you must be 18 years or older to purchase Tannerite. You will be asked to show ID. And of course, my other sponsor, Herbal Choices Cannabis, for all your herbal needs. And the herbalchoices.com website can give you all the information you need to find out more about the products available at Herbal Choices. And remember, you must be 21 years or older. Keep this drug out of the reach of children. Do not operate a vehicle and do not operate heavy machinery. So there you go. And as I said, you must be 21 years or
Look at all
older.
those locations.
I know, isn't that cool? And they're all nice
They
and
do
clean.
things
and
right.
neat.
They really do.
They do. And you can find them at Charleston, Coos Bay, Bandon, Reedsport, and North Bend. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Oh, abstinence. I can't forget. We're selling abstinence now. I'm working on packaging. And so are you abstaining anything this year? You know, January 1st is coming up. New Year's is happening. And people go, oh, I'm going to stop doing this. Are you abstaining from anything or you don't buy into that BS?
I always do something like that because I'm really into health. And so there's always something that I'm cutting out or including or doing something like this. So yes.
Interesting. You know, without Marty here, I didn't cuss as much. I'm not blaming Marty. It's just that when you're with people who cuss a lot, we tend to cuss. But abstinence, it's good for anyone who's having problems. If you're a druggie, well, abstain from doing drugs for a while and you could solve that problem. What else? Gambling. What are some of your bad habits, Diane? Come on, tell us the truth.
I have no filter, so I do things like fight with Sal Carruthers. You know, that's a bad habit. That's ridiculous. That's stupid
fun.
Because get in the mud with pigs. What the hell? Other bad habits. I do care a lot to go to gamble occasionally, but once a year. All right. I mean, literally. I don't really drink. I do like a gummy. I will have a gummy because, man, my knees hurt.
You know, those CBD gummies with THC are actually really incredible during the summer when you have to go out and do yard work.
I think gummies are good for you. I think they really are. You know, it's a situation where I take a little bit of gummy. I don't take that much, and then I feel really great. My knees don't hurt. I can get done what I need to do. Oh, James McHenry says, I secretly identify as Marty. There you go. So if you need to swear, we'll just get James on here. Go, suffering idiot, says Jeff Petey. Sorry, Jeff.
Oregon's Firearms Federation, they're always on the job, the only no compromise gun organization in the state. And we highly recommend, if you got a little extra cash, they could probably use it. They're fighting for our rights in the courts right now. And you can find out more at OregonFirearms.org. And I highly recommend you sign up for their newsletter. You can go to Abandoned Gun Club if you are a owner of a firearm and you want to learn how to use that weapon. I'm sorry, not that weapon, that tool. You want to use that tool a little bit better? Well, then you should take that tool over to the Abandoned Gun Club. If you live in the Abandoned area and go to the Abandoned Gun Club, you can become a member. Find out more at the abandonedgunclub.org website. And I also recommend Taiga Sports Park. TaigaSportsPark.org. You can find out more. They're a volunteer-based organization, so you need to go to their website, find out if they're there, and see if you want to go there and hone in your scope. You want to make sure your rifle shooting at a good distance. It's 100 yards. Yeah, we should go do that, Diane. We should go to the
I love
Taiga
to
Sports
shoot.
Park. I love to shoot too. And it's
Yeah.
probably muddy. They're probably not open this time of year. Damn. We should, well, I guess we should go to the taigasportspark.org website.
And we can find out when they're open.
And we can go
There
shooting.
you go. There you go.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a
All
nice
right,
place.
it is a nice place. I enjoyed going with Kyle Rittenhouse. That was, I'll tell you what, that was just the coolest thing. Going shooting with Kyle Rittenhouse at the Tioga Sports Range. When I tell people that story, they look at you like, really? Yeah, I did. We got to do that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And when we talk about it, people go, I never knew that. Well, we did. And more to come, boys and girls, more to come.
Coos County Neighborhood Watch. Are you in this group?
I am.
They are a really good group, especially this time of year, because we've got a high alert on porch pirates. This is how cool they are. They got a high alert standard for porch pirates, and we're on high alert because we want to catch as many porch. I've been out there. I've been looking. I've been thinking of getting some of those boxes that explode. And
I love watching those.
Oh, I love watching those. So I'm thinking of doing that. I got to find out if it's legal here. I don't know. This is funny. Jeff Pete, I just saw this as I said that. He says, I'm abstaining from suffering idiots. Oh, that's a good one, Jeff. That's a good one. But Jeff, maybe you would be in, and maybe we can get like a dozen, I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper by the dozen and we can get different colors, rainbow colors. We can get rainbow colors. So when it explodes, they get rainbow all over them.
How do they explode anyways? Is like a tannerite type thing that just
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what makes it go off, but I think it's a good idea. I just don't know if it's legal. So, Coos County Neighborhood Watch, if you're going to do that, please film it so we can put it on Coos County Neighborhood Watch because we love that shit. It's just hilarious.
We do.
It's true. It's true. And of course, Coos County Citizen Council, I want to give a salute out to Chris Castleman for all he does. The man all of our people have been just completely, just bogged down. We have taken on a huge load, and we've been doing a lot of work trying to get, when you do one event on one night, that's one thing. But when you do 3 events in a row in 3 days, it's stretching it.
I could lose all my friends right now.
Yeah.
It could happen, it could happen, but no, we can do this and either go big or go home. And
Chris Castleman is a huge part of this, and
Absolutely.
He's been helping us out. He did the poster that I showed you earlier, and you can see him every Wednesday at 6:00. Go check out Coos County Citizen Council, join up, and he's got update information on all kinds of different things that he's doing out there. And he works a lot with the people at the Neighborhood Watch, and he's got incredible videos of going out and finding people in places where they shouldn't be. Very interesting stuff.
Now let's mention tomorrow. Tomorrow, Chris is going to be with Monica Despain.
Oh, wow. Let me see. I forgot all about this because
we've got to give him a shout out because he's going to be at the Black Dog Coffee Shop, Black Anchor Coffee Shop on Broadway, right down from the headquarters. And there will be free regular coffee and some treats there. And Monica Despain will be there. And I'm not sure what time it starts, Rob.
Hold on. I am searching.
Because the others on Saturday have been starting at 8.
Yeah. It's been starting at 8, but I think this is at 9 to 10. Let me see. I'm trying to find here it is. Okay. I got it. Okay.
Well, let's put that up because we want everybody to get a chance to meet Monica. She's running against Val Hoyle. And if
I
any of
am
you know
so glad.
anything about Val Hoyle, she's really got a bad reputation for taking money from
Got a lot of Loda. She's got a lot of
Hey,
Loda.
come on, man. We've got to get rid of her. So, like it or not, I think we've got a good candidate in Monica Despain, and we've got to get Val Hoyle out. So whatever it takes, sometimes we just have to go forward. And she'll be there. You can make your choice, decide what you think of her tomorrow.
Monica Despain, and I will probably be deciding on who to endorse. I really don't think I'll be endorsing Jonathan Lockhart. Isn't that what his name is?
I haven't met him, and I don't know. I met Monica, but she was with David Brock Smith at the time, and that may have made me consider that maybe I wasn't 100% for her. I'm going to give her another shot tomorrow. It starts at 9, and we can just see what happens and how, if she's learned anything, you know.
Yeah, I'm willing to give her a chance over Monica. I mean, she really doesn't have a voting record. I don't think she served in office. She has. Do you know?
Monica Despain's never served in office. She was a colonel in the Army, or
props. Give her props for that.
Yeah, and that's not easy. Okay, I mean, seriously. And I just, because of the people she was traveling with, I had a bad impression, and I've got to get away from that and judge her by herself on what she's after and what she believes. So we'll see.
Michaela, hi. She's been watching, and I'm so sorry she's still having trouble with her neck. That poor girl. Take a hot toddy, put a warm towel on that. Take some aspirin. You know what I mean? It's, but she just texted me, and sometimes I'm an idiot. I've been calling her Monica. It's Monique Despain.
Yeah, Monique Despain.
Monique. I apologize to Monique. It is Monique Despain, and which is a beautiful name. I thought that the first time I heard it, Monique Despain. Doesn't that sound like one of those cool actresses in the 70s?
A soap opera actress, don't you think?
Monique Despain.
Monique Despain.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
It does. It does.
Much better than La Moda Val Hoyle.
Val Hoyle. Well, there's a masculine. Val Hoyle. I don't know. That does not roll off the tongue like Monique Despain. Steve says, listen and make your choice. Well, there you go. That's excellent, Steve.
I'm getting a little smiley face from Michaela right now. That's funny. Cool. Peace, Michaela. Love you, girl.
Love you, Michaela.
Let's see. What? Were you going to say something?
I said, love you, Michaela, to Michaela, because I do. She's awesome. She's magnificent.
I'm sharing something, but now I can't find it. And let me see if I can do this. Did Daniel Bethel come up? Yeah.
It did.
There we are. Go. So Daniel Bethel is, and I don't know why I'm not seeing this.
And you say it Bethel. Her last name is Bethel.
What a boy! I'm having a hard time with these.
You are, Rob. Come on, Daniel Bethel.
Daniel Bethel, and she is. I can't read that. I'm having a hard time.
Okay, she's going to be here December 16th, and December that's on 16th. Tuesday from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. And she's going to be at the No B Tap House and Food Trucks. That's on Virginia Avenue in North Bend.
Cool. So, No B Tap House and Food Trucks. I couldn't see that because I have to enlarge it. I have it for some reason. The screen isn't popping up as an individual screen on my side. And so I have to enlarge it so I can even read that because the print is like really, really small. But I like Danielle Bethel. I really like her. I got to meet, you met her with me.
We
at,
met her together. We have a picture with her. Absolutely. I'm not for Drazen. I just can't say I want her to be the choice. And the more that they push Drazen down my throat, the more I don't like her. I understand that they had
unless somebody good decides to run, if Drazen wins the primary and there's nobody else but Drazen and crazy woman Kotek to choose from, I will probably vote for Drazen. I mean, I don't want to. I think it's just repugnant, but I'm so sick of the Democrats winning. I think this time I probably would vote for Drazen, and I would encourage others. Let's just get it over with. Vote for this chick, and next time let's find somebody better through the primary. I mean, it's just, what can you do? What can you do?
Well, hopefully get somebody better at the primary first, because she's already been up against Tina and lost. So why run?
That's why we need people like Danielle Bethel.
Of stupidity is doing the same thing twice and expecting it to be have different results. And I don't think it's a good idea to consistently push forward to somebody that the people don't like. And when she quit the race before all the votes were counted, she lost our support, and she can't get that back because trust is earned. And once you've lost it, it's just too hard.
And so what you people just heard Diane say, she lost our support. I'm not going to support Christina Drazen. I'm not going to put a sign of Christina Drazen in my yard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my nose, and I'm going to make a little mark where Christina Drazen's name is. If for some unfortunate reason, Christina Drazen is the Republican candidate in the general election, and this is why you people need to get registered as a Republican and vote for either Danielle Bethel or somebody better. I don't know who, I can't tell you who, but I think Danielle Bethel is probably the top person to go up there and face Tina Kotek. And she's been a commissioner. She's been leading a county, a huge county, and doing a successful job at doing it.
She's got a lot better chance to win than Drazen. And they had a poll. Now, I believe that my friend told me they spent about, $300,000 on a poll to see who would do better at the polls, either Danielle Bethel or Christine Drazen. And it came up that Bethel would blow her out of the water. So with that in mind, I highly suggest that the Oregon caucus discover some other person to back, because the majority of us are not real happy with Christine Drazen.
No, hell no. No. And like I said, that's absolutely true. I'm going to have to hold my nose and vote for this woman if she wins. And that's why I'm going to do everything I can to make some. Do we know if Chris Dudley?
Please. We've had terrible governors, Kotex, come on.
Kotex, yeah. I'm sorry, did I say Kotex? I meant Drazen. Vote for Drazen.
Well,
I would vote for Drazen if I have to.
Has been a terrible governor.
She's been horrible. She's the worst. I know.
We can't have her again.
We can't have her again.
What is she going to do? Tax our shoelaces next, because she's pretty much taxed everything else.
Don't give her any freaking ideas. But let's see. Frost of Oregon says she won't win the primary this time, even if she has paid the Secretary of State off. Trump's EO coming soon. So she's hoping that an executive order from Trump will save the day. And I'm not sure what that EO would say or do, but that's interesting, Miss Samantha Frost, and thank you for watching. And Sam, who is never short for any word, says it's absolutely insane how so many people around here are getting mad enough to threaten to commit crimes against and because of Christians. These people demand that everybody else let them say anything they want and behave any way they want, but God forbid people come to Coos Bay and talk about Christian-based morality And with the rhetoric that Sal is putting out, he is showing how he is a coward, hoping to have other people do things he doesn't have the balls to do. I haven't. What? I don't know.
I don't know about the I haven't part, but he was going well until he got to
He was
the
going
I
real
haven't.
well. Seems to always come down to the best of the two worst. And that's what it is. You either get a shit sandwich or a douchebag. Sorry, that's a very colorful phrase, but that's the truth. You get two really lousy choices.
Yeah.
That was Jeff Pete's comment. He says you always comes down to the best of the two worst. And it's just sad. But so I want to remind everybody before we get out of here, this is what we're doing. This is where you can go. Go ahead and look, we got
Oh, how cute. How cute.
Yeah, the StreamYard really went out with the Christmas decorations this year.
Nice. There you go.
Nice. So is there anything you want to tell the people before we get the heck out of here?
That I'm very excited about this upcoming event. I want to thank all the members of our team that have been putting forth so much effort. And Sal, I feel sorry that you're so unhappy about having people come down that might offer some good things. And you know, I'm going to actually just ask the people pray for you, Sal, tonight, and give you a little comfort to know that things do look better when you go from a turning point of view. You might see something good.
You might see some good. And we're willing to talk with you if you're willing to calmly speak with people. But like I said, we're not going to put up with any nonsense. Well, thank you.
Us. Don't call the Egyptian. They have nothing to do with it. We'll be doing more events. They won't all be at the Egyptian. They'll be at other places. And you know what? I hope that everybody enjoys it because that's what's important. So, yeah.
So Frost says Trump's EO will be no machines, hand counting, no vote by mail, and ID at precinct. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at that beautiful Christmas background. And if I don't see any of you or all of you before then, Merry Christmas. You have a Merry Christmas, Diane. What are you doing this year for Christmas? Anything special?
I'm going to go to Eugene and spend it with my children. Thank you, Rob. You with your family?
Of course. I'm going to order a really nice big prime rib and cook it up for Christmas dinner. And we got some plans. My granddaughter got a golden retriever puppy. It's the cutest damn thing. And yeah, it's just one of those things where you just get heartbroken. She's been asking for a puppy for about a half a year now, and my son decided to go ahead and buy her a nice little golden retriever. I love those golden retrievers.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll just remember Old Yeller. What a sad movie.
Absolutely. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone out there. And thank you to everyone that's helped us to organize this event with Turning Point. And to everyone in Coos County, thank you.
Thank you. And until next time, I hope to have a guest on. It's coming up Monday. I hope you all can join me then. Next Friday night rant. I'm not sure who we're going to have on here, but I think since it's so close to Christmas, what would that be? That would be the 19th of December. Yeah. That's going to be an interesting show. I think I can get some. I really want to have a whole group of people on here. Maybe we'll all get the clan together. Oh, I shouldn't have said the clan. Sorry. My mistake. We'll get the group
So
together.
we call each other?
Yeah, no, we're not.
Take that literally, people.
No, that kind of clan. So boy, one slip of the word.
Together, yeah, there you go. We'll get the team together.
We'll get the team together, and we'll all come on here before Christmas, and that way we can see each other. Because I'm tuning out on Christmas. I'm going to just not participate in anything. I'm going to participate in family stuff only. That's what I want to do for the next 2 weeks when Christmas comes up. So, and I hope you get to do the same thing. It's
Well,
good to
I'm
see
starting a
you.
new business, so I'm going to be working on that, and I'm going to
Cool.
be giving you news about that right after the first of the year. I've got some great things going on I'm really excited about, and can't wait to announce that. So,
If you get that business up and going,
yes.
and we can film you doing a tour from point A to point B and do it on the show. You know what I mean? Do it unintrusively and just let people know we're going to be filming that and we'll be playing it. You know what I mean? And just get people from behind shots, you know, and show the places that you go. That's the important.
We could maybe work that out. We'll work on that, Rob. You and I can do anything. We can do anything. We'll make that happen. We'll make it a reality. Sure.
You got it. All right. Well, until then, carry on, Coos County. Carry on.